God bless you. And thank the fuck nobody went to see The Cure. Are you ready? I've got a silver machine. First arsehole of the night, promptly removed. Now that was a stupid fucking thing to throw. You footless arsehole! What will your mummy say? Would you like some more? Well, let me hear the fucking British roar! It's good to be back. It's good to be in black. The arse is red, so I'm still an anarchist. Are you ready? This evening we're gonna have a fucking laugh. Alright, we're gonna try and play as much as we can. Bearing in mind, I'm a fat bastard. You love me. Alright, this is called Wanna Be Me. Oh dear, Steve can't tune his guitar and I can't sing. Ain't that a fucking pity? And you want more? That's alright by me. Now, I seem to have heard recently that Entwistle died. He's alright. He's in a fucking better place than us. So, for all those Beckham wannabe punks, here's a little song for him. Substitute. You think I will Fucking dodgy. Johnny does a jubilee wobbly. Look, it's gay sex in the pit. Oi, bouncers. Oi, you lot. You're here to protect the audience from me. Fucking know it. Stop wrestling with that boy's Willie. Here's one for Graham Norton. Thanks Millwall for nicking our song. You're alright. Now, here's another old B-side. Now live! True love, let us stop. Pushing out a how'd you give it all the time? Tell me what I said. You'll be sorry one day. I can't, all of our ruin, let us stop. Won't you give it all up? Don't talk back to me. You don't text. You call that I quit. Well, I'm full of it. Don't you know I'm full of shit? Yeah, I mean what I said. Don't you wanna kiss my ass now? But it's only my day. Fucking hell. Right. Let's hear it for the Queen. And I mean the new Queen of England, Tony fucking Blair. Champagne socialism. Right, never trust a fucking toff. Never, never, ever, never. What did you know wrong? New York or did you know wrong? Which? Well, fuck that, you're gonna get did you know wrong anyway. How did you know wrong? I hear you off on a screen. What goes forever in my dream? I can't take more of you. But it's no place for my little face. Did you know wrong? Out of my way. Get back up, it's alright. Did you know wrong? How did you know wrong? Out of my head. Out of my head. How did you know? Dancing you off of the screen. What goes in my dream? I can't take from you. What is the place to imagine your face? Out of my head. Can you tell me what the fuck is up with the euro dollar? I mean, when did the Bank of England go shit? We're worth £1.50 and I like it in the old money, thank you. A bunch of two-bob cunts right here for your very own amusement. And now, New York! From New York, you might have known that she's a joker. Not every party round, from every show. Put on that show, come and show. Stay out of those holes. You remember? Take a job, look at man, I can't flash up. When I find out I got your butt, I'll keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut, and I'll watch. Stay to the right one. The fire down still, I'm gonna say. Just a kind of fix, come into this. We were prepared for rain. Hottest fucking day of the year, wouldn't you believe it? There is a God and he's right up my backside. Should talk you, baby, feel the way you nowhere. Get you up on my TV screen, feel you on the I can't tell you what I I've never teeth, baby, can't figure out yet what I love, got a soul in your mystery, sitting without you, never find your way. I can't tell you what I found. I love you when you jump in my game. I love you when you get in my game. Walking down and out of you know, Can't figure out your what I'm in love, what I'm told your mystery, sitting around your heaven above. Down, down, dragging me down. I can't tell you what I found. I want to be with you in the night time. Yeah, I want to be with you in the right time. Yeah, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love Well, hello. This lot want to do no fun and I can't fucking remember the words. So, it's that famous sing along with Johnny time. Big bum, my son, a big bum. No fun, my babe. No fun, my babe, you're no fun. No fun, my babe, no fun. Fun to be alone, walking by myself. Fun to be alone, I didn't love. No fun, my babe, you're no fun. No fun, my babe, no fun. What do I be alone, alone and by myself? What do be hostile and in love? Nobody else. This is no fun and I'm alone. This is no fun on a telephone. This is no fun, I'm alone. This is no fun by myself. No fun. No fun. It's no fun to be alone. Am I alone? Am I out of this on my own? No fun to be alone. No fun by myself. No fun to be alone. No fun. All by myself. This is no fun. With nobody else. I can't wait to read the bad review in the E.M.I. They'll review the Cure gig and put our name to it. Wait, can you put the hose on this lot? They're fucking sweating their ass off. What is it down there? Evian water? Oh no, it's Perrier! The French even fucking own that. But they don't own us. When I got no fear, well then there's always you. Go for my shoe. I love you. Oh, little figure, you'll be any use. How's it gonna get? Stop! Hey, yes! Hey, hey! Oh, I'm in love. And you see nobody do I'm seeing, looking like a big fat bean. How did you figure you'd be any use? All you gotta get is my abuse. Now I don't like where you come from. It's just a satellite of London. When you look me in the eye, just remember, once you die. Oh, yeah. your wearing a magazine. What you're wearing now, let me see. Stepping stone. What you're wearing a magazine. What you're wearing now, let me see. You now in your front page news. What you're wearing now, second-hand news. When I first met you, girl, you had no shoes. Now you're walking like you're from page news. Been all around with the, oh, what's the fucking words? Step by step. Not your Rolling Stones, not your fucking stone right there. I ain't no fucking thing. Thank you, that'll be another £32.50. Do you want the hose? There you are. Would you like a good hosing? That's the working class proud in me. Fat as fuck and I don't give a shit. Are you ready? this one. I miss that, fuck that. Fucking all the fuck that fucking rat. I don't wanna let it looks like that. You don't wanna let it looks like that. Oh, here's a right little sing along this one. Hold up, hold up. Let's see if they can guess. What would you reckon we do next? Come on, it's the Sex Pistols. You know we love to spoil ya. You ready, chaps? It's a little history lesson. Belsen was a cast iron the other day in the other graves where the Jews all lay. Life is fun and I wish you were here. Wrote a postcard to those who care. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, Dragon makers on the march, wash the bodies in a starch. And you've got your Julian tree, different colours, they don't fade. Oh yeah, they don't fade. Always fade. Alright, always fade. Hitler was queer, oh dear. Up to the camp and catch a view, beat to death a year or two. And you got your Julian shade, different colours, they don't fade. They don't fade. Oh dear, oh dear, they don't fade. Hitler was clear, oh dear, oh dear, oh. You've gone very quiet, you're showing your fucking age. Johnny is presently wearing Armani. And I'll be featured in Hello magazine tomorrow afternoon. Like fuck. If you can see through my eyes, you would get a big surprise. Things you haven't noticed before, things you haven't seen and hope that I can change your mind. Hope that I can help you find a better world it would be if you take some notice of me. Why don't you fucking sing in my eyes? We could take a holiday, we could stay away all day, we could take 500,000 ease. The likes of me would do that with ease. I'd like to thank the Queen Mother for borrowing us her coffin flag. I think it's rather fucking apt. And although we're not supposed to tell you this, it was actually manufactured by the Royal Flag Makers. So, we are now every fucking where. away. It's suspension. You're a liar! What a liar! You having a laugh? Plastic tray, got that what you want and you fade away. On Sunday, 1K925, too much fun, being alive. Using my big mom, I do my machine. For me, living on the screen. I allow it, it's great, don't touch your brains. Dehydrated. Work for me, just straight ecstatic. Don't you give me any order to people like me. There is no order. Let the margin and I want out. It's a margin and I want the man. Let the margin and I want the man. Supply, and that is the reason why I told you we was all afraid. I only do it because of fame. Oh, E.M.I, E.M.I, E.M.I. Too many people have the sauce. Too many people support us. And I love a ton of arms. Too many outlets to lose. E.M.I, E.M.I, E.M.I. And terror flames are crucified. They wish that we had died. We had an ambition, ruled by none, never, ever, never, ever. Every time that we were faking, we were all just money making. You do not believe we're for real. And you will lose your cheap appeal. Never that's a lie. Guess I know you just fools. I'll never that's a lie. Oh fucking hell, goodbye. E.M.I, E.M.I, E.M.I. Unlimited donation, oh it's an unlimited supply. That was the only reason we all had to say goodbye. Unlimited supply. There is no reason why. And I need a present. Send us to school. Unlimited supply. E.M.I, goodbye, and we'd like to thank none of our record companies ever for nothing. If you'd like an encore, you know the procedure. So grateful. Now, I don't know all the words to this one, but I'm sure you do. You ready for this? And now the end is near, and so I reach the final curtain. You can't, I'm not a queer. I state my case, of which I'm certain. I've traveled each and every highway, but more. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Go for it. Sure you knew when I laid off more than I could chew. I fucked it in. I got it off. I got it off. I got it off. I did it wrong. In silly hats. Oh, fuck it all. Just fuck it all. Just fuck it all. Let's do it my One more round. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. All this, I fucked a brand. RDOA, New York is my way. Much more than this. Stop. What did you do? I can't hear you. No, we did it our way. I reckon it's about time for a spot of fucking anarchy. wanna destroy our survivors. I wanna be Anarchy for the UK. It's coming sometime, baby. I did the wrong time, stop my traffic light. Integrate, jump and skip the in the city. Many ways to get what you want. I use the best. I use the best. I use the enemy. I use everything 'cause I wanna be in the city. Everybody be. I thought it was a UK podcast. Another council dynasty. The only way to be. Louder than that. 20,000 Johnny Rottens. Oh no. In the city, it's the only way to be. Wanna be anarchy. In the city. The only way to be. You're all fucking right. You're all right. Britain, you are all right. Look at me playing fucking hard to get. I wonder what could possibly come next. Ooh, let me see. You might know this one, it's the politically incorrect version. God send the queen, because she's raging. They made you a moron, or take your H-bomb. God send the queen, she ain't no human being. There is no future in England's dreaming. Don't be told what you want, don't be told what you need. No future, no future, no future for you. God send the queen, we've been in line. Forever queen, God saves. God send the queen, 'cause there is some money. Now sing ahead, it's not what she says. Don't take it slowly, don't take a bad parade. Lord God have mercy, all crimes are no future. There'll be no future if we let the bastards roll us over. Good night, love ya, and I fucking hate you at the same time. That's rotten. If we can unite the Sex Pistols, you fucks can sort this shit country out. God bless!
Anlass für die Reunion ist das goldene Thronjubiläum von Queen Elizabeth II. Ihr zu Ehren geben die Punkrocker heute Abend ein Konzert im Londoner Crystal Palace. Wenzel Michalski.
Queen. Die Sex Pistols heute, gesetzte Herren mittleren Alters, aber kein bisschen leiser und immer noch voller Wut auf Großbritannien. John Lydon hat seine Gründe, warum er ausgerechnet jetzt wieder auf den Putz haut. Dieses Land ist in Schwierigkeiten. Es hat keine Energie mehr. Es gibt nichts, auf das man stolz sein kann. John Lydon ist zwar schon 46 Jahre alt, von Midlife Crisis aber keine Spur. Im Gegenteil, wie damals ist er auch heute noch sauer auf die Königin und das Showgeschäft. Besonders gekränkt hat den König des Punks, dass die Queen zu ihrem goldenen Jubiläumskonzert nicht ihn, sondern seinen Rivalen, den Hardrocker Ozzy Osbourne, eingeladen hatte. Er ist ein armseliger Irrer mit einer asozialen Familie und hat den Auftritt nicht verdient. Schließlich waren wir es, die unserer Königin eine neue Hymne geschrieben haben. In London ist Punk wieder voll im Trend, fast so wie Ende der 70er Jahre. Punk lebt, toll, dass die Sex Pistols wieder auftreten. Die Punk Daddies, sie hauen wieder rein, dass sich die Balken nur so biegen. Von wegen No Future.
Ganz wild mit 46.
Ja, coole Frisuren haben sie alle.
Ja, geht richtig.
Majestät erschienen, hat sich unter die Top 10 der englischen Charts katapultiert. Und zu Ehren der Königin geben die Altpunker sogar wieder ein Konzert, heute Abend im Londoner Crystal Palace.
Stand by for the great rock and roll swindle part 2. Johnny Rotten Lydon has announced that the Sex Pistols are to reform for a one-off gig to celebrate their very own jubilee. It's 25 years since the Pistols released God Save the Queen, so as a treat for Her Royal Highness, the band are re-releasing the track in time for next month's Golden Jubilee celebrations. Sam Singh says no spitting for Liquid News.
Do you like fish? He says, no. You say, I hear you hate fish. He goes, I love fish. He's just in a complete world of his own.
John Lydon says that he's not personally re-releasing God Save the Queen. It's the record company, but he's more than happy to sit back and take in the filthy lucre.
I don't do nothing for nothing. I fully intend to make some money, of course.
None of the support acts have been booked, but it's safe to say we can eliminate Billy Bragg. Johnny has hinted that he may consider one band if they think about reforming. Steps?
Do you know what? That would be all right. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not?
But Liggers beware, he's expecting everyone to cough up their full £32.50. And if you don't, prepare to be named and shamed, whoever you are.
I know Madonna wants to be on the guest list. There's some justice in that, isn't there?
I suppose there is, Johnny. Sam Singh, BBC News.
Well, there we are. He's good value, isn't he? He's just become a kind of professional angry person. Do we like him?
Yeah, I do.
Stands out personality, yeah, man. Why not? Yeah.
Attitude goes far.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you reckon?
I think it's really good that you got someone like him who, I mean, that single, if I'm not mistaken, was first released back in 1977, and he's still here, he's still annoying people, he's still being talked about, whereas the guy who was at #1 and held him off the top spot was Rod Stewart. Who would you rather meet, Rod Stewart or him? I think it's got to be John Lydon every time.
But it's hard not to become a parody of yourself after a certain time, and Lord knows, I know, you know, but after a certain amount of time doing the same thing,
I think he's got a bit of intellect about him though, and he constantly annoys people, and you can never quite, it's what Dave Quantick was saying there, you can never quite put your finger on him, and it's that Andy Warhol thing of always reinventing yourself every few years. He seems to do it every 30 seconds, and I like that.
Johnny Rotten?
Yeah.
He's not reinvented, is he?
Well, I think he is, yes. He seems to be, because he's doing political stuff over in the States now. He's doing political commentary, and he's still in the same...
Well, we'll see, so I have to stop you there.
Sorry.
You'll be around in 25 years, I'm sure. That's it from us. The QMAs at number 42 are on Choice at 10:30. Liquid News is back tomorrow night at 8. Thank you for watching, and good night.
Great debate. In the coming weeks will be argued the case for who should top the list. So let's begin by having a look at that top 100 Great Britain.
Bit of a naughty lad, likes his piracy, but then again, that's what the Navy is.
Medieval gunslinger, university dropout and celebrity potato importer. Explorer Walter Raleigh was one of Queen Elizabeth's Tudor toyboys.
Never met John Lydon. In fact, I never saw the Sex Pistols. I did drive to Derby during their famous tour to see them play there. And there was a handwritten sign on the door saying that the gig had been cancelled. And I thought in a funny way that was more punk than it would have been to have actually just turned up and paid money and gone in to see them play.
It started in November 1975 and it took a little over 2 years, 1 album and 3 singles for a band called the Sex Pistols to define the movement they call punk. This foul-mouthed, unruly bunch changed the face of modern music. The band was fronted by Johnny Rotten, also known as John Lydon.
Why is John Lydon? I mean, he hasn't done anything for years, and arguably he never did anything anyway.
Ever get the feeling you've been trapped?
He represents, I am an anarchist, I am an antichrist. I want to destroy passers-by. He's there for that reason, and, I'm very glad he is there for that reason.
If it's that I'm a pop star and wear nice clothes and, oh, look at his lovely blue eyes, which I seriously doubt, then I would be offended.
The album that Lydon famously helped create was poetically called Never Mind the Bollocks.
Just to have an LP that was called Nevermind the Bollocks, and with the artwork and so forth, which was so typical of the kind of period and reflected the culture and so forth, I think it was important to have a copy of that, if not on the coffee table, on the box where you rolled your joints.
Think about it. Who could make a record like that today that could cause such outrage? Just because they said fuck on TV.
Dirty fucker. What a clever boy. What a fucking rotter. Well, that's it for tonight.
If I'm a Great Britain, it's in this sense, I grate everybody's nerves. I don't think being a pop star in itself is any great achievement at all.
What a silly... Once more! Onto the breach! Dear friends!
This bout of Plantagenet soccer hooliganism is what we know today as the Battle of Agincourt.
Agincourt? Oh, superb piece of British showmanship that was.
Small British armies fighting our absolutely best traditional enemy.
The French were stunned because they used bows and archers. Oh, how unknightly. But who won?
Wonderful, sweet people. Thank you.
It's so far!
Moulded our nation, for instance. Musically, do we mould anything?
I remember my parents taking me to see him. It was quite that was all right. I liked that. So that was my first, live music was Cliff Richards. Very good. I'd forgotten that. That's where it all started.
Of all the great post-war politicians, only one comes higher in the list than Enoch Powell. Powell was the Conservative politician credited by many with the invention of Thatcherism. But that's not why he's included. He's in because of a speech he made in 1968 which claimed the Labour government's policy on immigration would end with violence on the streets, the so-called Rivers of Blood speech.
In 15 or 20 years' time, the black man will have the whip hand over the white man. Well, I can already hear the chorus of execration.
The flag of racialism, which has been hoisted in Wolverhampton, is beginning to look like the one that fluttered 25 years ago over Dachau and Belsen.
Enoch made a terrible mistake in making the speech about the rivers of blood.
Was saying, don't have them immigrate into Britain in millions, huge amounts all at one time, because it will create a cultural catastrophe. And they will not, because they're en masse, ever absorb into the mainstream. And his attitude, which I respected, was if you come to England, be English.
Tell the elector, let us admit, Judas was paid.
I came here in 1972 as a Ugandan Asian, when Powellism was at its height.
How they shine from you, everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow.
Your choice for number 33 is simple. No one else has ever scored a goal like this. Cup final, Vacant had even made it to the plinth in Trafalgar Square.
I thought it was a joke, and I realised it was really done, and I mean, that is a joke. And that, you know, right next to, like, Nelson's column, that's a man who saved the country from the dastardly foreigners versus what? Clubfoot Harry.
It was treachery with a smile on its face.
When Thatcher was dismissed from office 12 years ago now, she left not only as our first woman Prime Minister ever, but the first Prime Minister of the 20th century to win 3 elections on the trot. She
Policies absolutely against anything I could ever tolerate, but absolutely could rely on the fact that she wouldn't change or sway her opinion for a long, long time there. The Falklands fiasco could have really weakened Britain to the point where they'd never recover. And she met the match very bravely.
Isambard Kingdom Brunel, the surprise choice in your top 10. The next one on the list is very much more predictable. Winston Churchill. Mo Molam regards Churchill as the natural and just winner. Is she right?
My greatest Briton is Winston Churchill, the most inspiring and courageous leader in our history. With his courage and his determination, with his D-side and his cigar, he united the British people at the moment they needed it most and led us to victory.
Country in the war. He's seen the Nazis coming. He was ignored, relentlessly ignored. A truly great Britain, without a doubt.
Great, yes, but he wasn't perfect. After Churchill, a man who fought for king and country, to a hero who did the exact opposite, Oliver Cromwell. Richard Holmes is convinced Cromwell is the undisputed number one. 5 more to go, and we fast forward to the 20th century. He's a Liverpudlian, he's a pop star, he's John Lennon. Alan Davis begs you to make Lennon the victor. Should you?
John Lennon led the Beatles to become the most successful group of all time. Millions of people across the world still respond to the messages of love and peace in his songs. He used his fame and his sense of humour to inspire people to take responsibility and pursue their dreams. That's why he's great.
Through the Beatles, he kind of opened up another world of possibility. He threw things open and suggested that out there were other things, there was other arts. There were, it was a kind of quite an anti-British thing in a way, what he did.
What I found when I met him was that he really did live up to my expectations.
How different is life in New York? It feels very tense down on the street. Well, I don't know. To me, it's no tenser than Liverpool or London was.
He said he was going to try and come over as soon as he can, but he didn't, which is a great shame.
John Lennon was a New Yorker by adoption, and as soon as the word of the shooting was out, his admirers started to gather.
He's not dead. They're just saying that.
The doctor just announced it.
Yes, but I don't care. They're just saying that to get people to leave. He's not dead. John Lennon can't be dead.
Death is a fabulous marketing tool. And I once wrote this somewhere, and I got a terrifically hurt letter from Yoko, and which I still feel bad about, but what I said was true, and that the records that he was making before he died were really not terribly good, to be honest.
He died before, like the Rolling Stones, he hit the road at age 60 and was faintly embarrassing. So like James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, he's young forever, and that helps.
After Lennon, another hero, joining Churchill on the bridge, Horatio Nelson. Lucy Moore thinks Nelson should definitely have your vote.
Horatio Nelson was the first of his kind.
Nelson brought in battle tactics that were superb, that broke the line. Up until then, it used to be just 2 lines of ships, just passing each other and blasting all hell out of each other. Nothing ever conclusive. He decided to just steam in there and smash them all up and sink them. Great, that sounds like an Englishman to me.
And what could be more English than dying at the scene of your greatest triumph? And what Newton is to science, our next nominee is to art. I give you Princess of Wales.
I've always found there to be problems in the royal family, and she really pinpointed them. Loud and clear.
An irony of the Great Britain's 100 is that while it's generally bereft of women, 2 make it to the top 10, and both of them are royal.
So digital viewers can vote for their greatest Britain, rate the candidates on each of the 5 criteria of greatness, and check on the state of the poll with real-time updates. Just go through your BBC text service.
So that's the green room. What they're doing, they're all back there, so we can actually watch them at any time.
That's where, you see, traditionally on TV shows, you have a green room where the guests can stay, they can drink if they want to, they can relax, they're there, and basically so they don't escape when they see the show start.
T-shirts.
Look at that.
You cheeky bastards.
John, I'm so excited to have you on the show. Hey, look, and you look, may I say, you look fantastic. Because I'm 40 now. I'm 41 soon.
Yeah.
And I'm beginning to feel...
Yeah, you were always a big fan of mine, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of yours, you know. But my knees are going on me at 40, okay? And, you know, sometimes I wake up and I don't feel my best, and I was wondering, at your age, what's going? Physically, what's happening with
I'll
your
tell
body?
you, nah, look, nose hairs are a real problem. That's what happens when you get old. The hairs, they grow so long, and you try and pluck them, right? Or tweak them, or whatever. It's not nice. It's what was that old owl, that old Labour MP? But you end up with eyebrows.
Oh, Dennis Healy.
That's the one.
Yeah, he was scary. But you know, I've got a little machine that does mine. It's like a little buzzing thing. And you go up and it zips them out.
Do not do it. The batteries run out halfway through, and you've got a piece of metal stuck in your nostril. Do not do it.
This is grooming tips from you. I never thought I'd get this. This is a very happy moment for me. Now, at the Q Awards, you came in for this Inspiration Award, and you're in the papers because you were heckling various people, which is kind of...
I wasn't heckling, I was commenting, you know. I mean, when your bands are naff like that, I mean, a bunch of sissy boys. Look, hairdos like this, right, I had to earn my wings in my life, right, you know, to look a bit unusual, way back 25, 30 years ago. That was hard. And this lot, they come in with these naff little half-inch mohawks and spectacles and an anorak. And I'm sorry, man at C&A ain't no hardcore punk. You know? And I must say, no, I received this award, right, on behalf of the working class, because that's what I come from. And I didn't invent this class system here. I was landed with it. And they will always stick it to you when it suits them. I would like Britain to be classless, but not arseless.
But, you know, in America where you live now, you live in the States, and I know everyone talks about that, not having a class system. It's just they have the same sort of system in place, they just don't talk about it.
They call it money.
Yeah, and so the American dream, as though that's somehow okay, because they've sold the lie that everyone can buy into this.
The American dream is tourism.
Is that what it is?
You know that? Yeah, to conquer the whole world and make it as dumb and stupid as they are. Right? And then they come and visit you.
And they find their coffee shops and they're happy.
Yes, Starbucks.
Are you happy there then? I can't imagine you actually... What is that? Is that the skinny latte you're after? But I can't imagine you being... I was 17, okay, when I first knew of your existence, Sex Pistols, and it was probably the most exciting thing in my life.
Yeah.
And it changed my life. It really did. And so
sad life.
Yeah, well, it got a lot sadder, unfortunately. But and I do actually find myself thinking about you quite often.
Oh, no.
I know.
Now it's me who's got the sad life.
I do. You know, every now and then I'll get
I'll uncross my legs then, shall I?
Never in that way. But I watched The Filth and the Fury, which was the documentary which you produced. Julian Temple directed.
Co-produced.
You co-produced. Okay, and I guess, what was this? This was an attempt to set the record straight about the Sex Pistols?
Well, yeah, because the rock and roll swindle, which Malcolm put out, was a load of old crap, really. And it was all out from the manager's point of view. The band was never about the manager. It was about the band. Shock horror. So the band took their sweet revenge by telling it like it is. And you can either like it or not, it don't matter. But you've always got to get it right. And get it right is all that matters. All this fantasy nonsense and iconoclasm about me or the band, I ain't no one's hero. I do what I do for me. And you do that for yourselves too. You'll find this country will be a better place.
Yeah, but you know, when I watched The Filth and the Fury, I actually started crying a bit.
I'll cross my legs now.
No, I did. I was so swept up with it. I mean, obviously, I'm now 40. I find myself crying quite often for no reason. But genuinely, it really, and I'd forgotten just what impact you made. It's almost weird to think that a band could have had that kind of an effect, could have stirred people up that much. Yeah. Let me just show you a clip. This is the guy who was, I think he was head of the GLC.
Oh, God, you'll love this.
Yeah, have a look. And this was a guy...
Wait, he's now Mr. #1 in the Freemasons in London.
Is he? So he's still with us? And he was an elected official, and this is what he said about this. It's most bizarre footage. Have a look at this.
Can I now turn to Bernard Brooke Partridge in London?
I think most of these groups would be vastly improved by sudden death. The worst currently are the Sex Pistols. They are the antithesis of humankind. The whole world would be vastly improved by their total and utter non-existence.
Pleasant chap.
So they were the authority figures, and they were the people we were saying, you're okay, and
I was accused of being violent. Yeah. Now, what's that but a declaration of war?
You know what? Seeing that
nipple.
But seeing that footage of you there, you looked fantastic. I mean, the band looked fantastic. You look fantastic. You look,
as opposed to now.
You look pretty good for your age now. But, well, you look okay. But, we formed
Not you with the mullet. What's going on?
This is for the ladies. Gear from that period then, I noticed there's the various auction sites you see and like auction houses, and Sex Pistol stuff from that period remarkably.
And most of
goes
it's
for
a lie, though.
A pair of trousers that you apparently wore went for £3,000.
A load of old bollocks, isn't it?
I so wish I hadn't bought them now. But do you have any of that gear? You could sell that old stuff, or you could pretend.
No, look, I've given all that stuff away to charities. And I don't take no credit for that, but I'm not going to hoard it and then make a load of money on it. You know, I'm sorry, but that goes to orphans and kids that count, right?
You actually
and not show business.
But this is the bizarre thing. I know you didn't particularly want to mention this, but you actually do a lot of work for kids and stuff, don't you, in LA?
Yeah, but keep it quiet.
Yeah, that is... How remarkable is that? And actually genuinely wants to keep it quiet.
No, it's important that it be quiet. When I see these loudmouth charity, like orchestrators, they offend me, because that means they're doing it for their own ego and not for the people that matter.
See, I do a lot of work for charity.
And anything to do with kids, that's our future. You give it up to them.
You're coming all over Whitney Houston there.
Mr. Rock.
Not coming over, I mean you were like... that's the song.
I care about children as much as Gary Glitter.
No, you don't.
Now you see... I apologise for the first time in my life.
You know, you said you weren't the brightest kid in the world, but yeah, for a 17-year-old, some of the things you said and some of the things you did back then, and the courage you showed in the face of this ridiculous hierarchical opposition to you and this this kind of these acts of criminality towards you, really, I think that still inspire me even today, genuinely. Ladies and gentlemen, I think one of the greatest living Englishmen, John Lydon.